Live from the House of LeMay Makeup and Dressing Room.
Here comes Amber. Stop what you're doing. Here comes Amber. She's just doing what she can. Here comes Amber. Cue the spotlight. Here comes Amber with 2 drinks in her hand. The matriarch of fashion, secrets to her glasses. You can't look away. Ask her, does she do it? There's really nothing to it. She's got that feminine yay. If you have a party, or if you're feeling naughty, call up the House of LeMay. Here comes your favorite gal. Here comes your queen. Here comes the talk of the town. And we're live tonight. The music starts playing. It's time for cabaret. And we're live tonight.
McRib, here we go. In a pinch, but it does not really replace the McRib. So McDonald's, do us all a favor. Put that goddamn McRib out on the menu full time, every location, so I can get it whenever I want. I think you could do that. You got the power of the clown. Come on. I'm not the most adventurous eater, but I will eat crap.
There is nothing like a hug from someone. And all the senses are involved when you hug someone and you feel them and you sense them and you smell them. And we don't give enough credit to those necessary aspects that happens every time you meet a new person. He or she smells different, or they touch hands, they touch different. We need that.
Hey everybody, it's me, Rocco. How you all doing? Welcome to Amber Live. I am not Amber, of course, in case you didn't know that, but I'm the guest host tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, forgive my voice. I'm sort of suffering with that pneumonia thing. But, hey, whatever. I'm on the mend. So, I like that you're here with me. This is going to be good. And I don't have much to say right now because, we got a show to do. Let's keep it brief. Speaking of briefs, hey, it's time for news briefs with me, Rocco. Hey. Hey, everybody. It's me, Rocco, with the news briefs. I just want to let you know some stuff that I've been checking out. Like in recent news, maybe you heard Aaron Rodgers has been a complete bag of douche by insinuating that my good friend Jimmy Kimmel was a pedophile and his name would end up on that list. Well, guess what? It didn't. And then Kimmel said, hey, like the Jets needed something else to make them look bad. Screw you, Aaron. And speaking of Epstein, speaking of the Epstein client list, there was a shocking discovery that Rocco Zamboni was also not on the list. In his response, Mr. Zamboni was stated as saying, I missed my flight. All right. Executive and prominent election denier Mike Lindell said Friday that Fox News stopped running his company's commercials. Fox stated it's because he hasn't paid his bills. Lindell responded by saying, they just want to silence me. Hey, Mike, we all want to silence you. Also, something very dear to my heart, McDonald's just announced it'll be bringing back the double Big Mac to its continuing menu item, okay? That's right, a double Big Mac, 4 burger patties because they made it smaller in the first place. Listen, it's been 4 years since they had it, they said. But the McRib is still nowhere to be found. Donald Trump has canceled 3 or 4 planned campaign events in Iowa because of weather conditions. Upon hearing about the record amounts of snow expected, Don Jr. was heard to exclaim, holy crap, I'll be there, I'll be there, I'll be there, as he jumped out a window with a spoon in his hand. And that's the news briefs, because I'm done. All right, so now we're going to welcome Russell. Where are you, buddy?
Hey, Rocco, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm a little horse, not a pony, a horse.
Yeah, you look like you've been playing the ponies.
Yeah, I have been. Anyway, what's going on?
Oh, well, we're here. We're running the show. We got this whole new thing with guest hosts, and you got suckered. I mean, you volunteered to nicely do the first round of guest hosting, and we're loving it.
Yeah, it's fun, I wish I could speak up a little better, but enough of that.
Well,
this is a good time for me.
You keep taking your legal drugs and get that pneumonia cleared up.
Yeah, legal drugs.
All right. So before we go on any further, though, I do want to remind people about the best place to watch Rocco and Amber tonight, and that is on YouTube, because on YouTube we have a chat room there, and you can see and hear you can chat with all your friends, and you can see and hear Rocco in full HD. So we recommend you go on over to youtube.com/Amber Live, and don't forget all the other great places to see us: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, we are running live on Instagram now too. And then you can go to our website when the show's over, amberlive.tv, and check out all the other incredible stuff we have.
Yeah,
Right?
seriously. I mean, what is there, 179 episodes or something?
I believe this is 178 tonight. So yeah, there you are. Yep. You're next week we'll have 179. It just keeps going. So there's a lot to watch there. And you know what keeps all that going for us?
Can I take a guess?
Yes, guess away.
Bustiers.
The Bustiers, yes.
Yeah.
And I'm really serious about the Bustiers. This is last year's list. We love our Bustiers. We thank everyone who was on that list. But guess what? Bills are coming around again. So I have to do this and clear that list. And we're into season 5 and we don't have any Bustiers yet. So please help us out. Use that Venmo at RJD Pro. Send us a donation and help. Or you can go to amberlive.tv and use your credit card there. And you can help us out. We have bills to pay. This software costs money. This isn't free to do, and we need your help. You get a lot out of it every week. You get to have some good fun. And then there's all the stuff to do all week long, our TikToks and our website. So please become a Bustier.
Seriously, people, what are you waiting for? Come on. Look at this entertainment.
If Rocco doesn't entertain you, nothing will.
That's sad.
And tonight you're getting Rocco and Amber. Can you believe that?
Right? It's a twofer.
It's a twofer.
I don't know what it is, but it's fun.
It's fun. And not only are you getting Amber, but you're getting Amber with an amazing guest coming up. And that guest is Paige Turner. And she is the Showbiz Spitfire. And she is located in New York City, but she travels around, and she's going to be up in Vermont next weekend. She's going to Winter Rendezvous with Amber and Lucy Bell. So if you aren't plugged in to go to that yet, get your tickets and get up there, because you get to hang out with all three of them, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And if you ski, even better. If you don't, there's still enough to do. So tonight you get to hear from Paige, who's going to tell you all about her career, about going to Winter Rendezvous, about what she does in the summer, what she does in the winter. She's a busy girl and very, very talented.
And who knows, being it's Winter Rendezvous where there's a lot of snow, you might see Don Jr. there.
You were stuck on that joke. All right, well, here we go with tonight's interview. Take it away, Amber.
Known as an illegitimate love child of Pee Wee Herman and Barbie, as well as the Showbiz Spitfire, Paige Turner is a staple of nightlife and cabaret performer throughout New York City and beyond. She's a 2-time Glam Award winner and cast member of Shade, Queens of New York City. Paige trademarked the phrase slurp, and she'll be appearing at this year's Winter Rendezvous in Stowe, Vermont. Let's take a look at her demo reel.
Oh my God, how are you? I'm Paige Turner. Welcome to the show.
Because I'm fun, I don't have to think. I talk like a baby and I never pay for drinks. I'm Paige Turner. Thanks for asking. All things considered, I couldn't be better, I must say. Didn't you know so much better than you and you and you and you and you.
This will be my 5th time seeing this show. I followed her down to Mexico to see it, actually.
What's your name? Hey, come on. Louise! I love it. I know you want to teach me how to get right here on the orange mark and matches your hair. Here we go. You know what to do. I can stretch and breathe while you're done. Oh my God, this is tough. It's tough. Daddy, you know that I'm so...
Amazing. Yeah, real, funny, hilarious. I loved it.
Spending an evening with Paige Turner is like spending an evening with Barbie. This tawdry blonde bombshell always makes her audience feel like the guest star.
Oh my God, you guys. Hurry! It's a magic mirror. Do you know why it's magic? Because when you look into it, you look just like me.
Poor little Elizabeth is not poor little Elizabeth. Here, Rosie, a peace offering, a koosh ball. Thank you. I do not cherry pick, okay?
When I give them my regards, I'm falling, baby, through the sky, I'm falling, baby, through the sky. It's my calling, baby, don't you cry, I'm falling down through the sky.
This is the 3rd time we have seen this show, and we can't get enough. Paige is hysterical.
Slurp! I believe that Oprah is really Jesus. I believe Bill Cosby's still guilty and O.J. Simpson too. Sing with me, please.
Oh, Paige Turner, come on in.
Hi.
Okay. You trademarked the word slurp. Do I have to pay you anything for saying that?
No, you just have to say it a lot.
And I do. And
yes.
Paige, thank you so much for talking to us tonight. We've got a lot to talk about.
Thank you.
In Stowe, Vermont, in just coming up in January for Winter Rendezvous. But, my gosh, how long have you been performing?
I'm just going into my 14th year full time. Isn't that crazy?
Full time, but what did you do before then?
Musical theater and performing. Yeah, obviously. And I use all that every time I step on stage as Paige. So musical theater, pretty good career. I'm really happy with the stuff I did with that. But this was just like, I say like I'm all the characters in Gypsy. So I'm Mama Rose because it's always about the show. I look like Dainty June, but Louise, that was the gimmick that got her noticed. And drag was like the gimmick that definitely got me noticed and, got people to be like, oh,
What made you transition from a musical theater person into drag?
Gosh, Amber, I worked a lot. I was very fortunate. I was like the boy next door, the sexless boy next door in every show you can imagine. And I just was so sick of auditioning. Like, I would be up for really huge things and not get them. And I was like, you know what? I just want to perform. I just want to make people laugh. And I was like, I don't want to audition. Like, I don't want to audition. And then you get some big show and then maybe it's a success or it closes or you get a show and then they replace you when it goes to Broadway or this or that. I'm like, I've just been through it all and I have really nice credits and amazing experience. And there wasn't like necessarily I needed to stop. I was getting older, but still looked really young. And I would get, like they look younger, but we know they're older. So it doesn't come off as like the oh shucks anymore. So I was just like, oh, and then I did drag and it just was like, I felt like Hannah Montana, like if you know that reference, rock star, and people would just go crazy. And I'm like, okay, I can take like everything like I've done and in the past with theater and just put it all into Paige. And here we are 14 years. It's crazy.
So back to musical theater. What were some of the roles that you had, and in what productions and in what theaters?
Yeah, gosh, I did. Well, I don't want to tell you the date, but I just did. I did the Broadway tour of Footloose, which was 2 years on tour, and then a lot of the people in that show are really famous now that I did the show with. I'm like, they're famous, and I'm Paige Turner.
Oh, you're famous.
And fame-ish, thank you. But it's so funny, I didn't think I'd ever want to hear the song Footloose again. And then this 80s show that we're going to talk about, I actually open with Footloose, a parody, but I open with Footloose. So it's just like, it's kind of amazing, like all the stuff. It just goes back to like, I love playing dress up when I was little and stuff, and all that goes back into it. But to answer your question more, I did Into the Woods everywhere. I played Jack in Into the Woods all over the place. I did Parade with Hal Prince and Jason Robert Brown originally. Killed the lead character at the end of the show. It just got revived on Broadway, which makes me feel so old that it was revived. So I did some really nice things and played some dream roles actually that I wanted to play, but I wasn't going to be like the romantic leading man kissing a woman on stage. And and I was getting older, and still, had the Bernadette Peters youth to me and all that. But I was just like, so it just transitioned into complete like sexless boy next door to oversexed girl next door as Paige Turner.
What was Paige Turner your first drag name?
It was, and it's the number one question people ask me, and I love it because it comes from theater. When people didn't use like an iPad or screen to play the piano, but actual sheet music, the piano player at theater school, the pages were falling. And usually they were in a binder, but he just had like Xerox sheets. And he's like, quick, I need a Paige Turner, because the pages were falling on the floor. And I was like, I'll be your Paige Turner. And he was like, thank you, Paige Turner. I was like, you're welcome. And I was like, ooh, that should be my drag name someday. So I love that it's theater roots,
So tell us more about the transition from musical theater into drag. What were some of your first gigs and jobs doing that?
God, that's great. I was very scared because I thought, like, if I do this, 14 years ago, you got to think, it sounds so silly now, but like, it was like RuPaul was still kind of starting. And, guys did not want to date a drag queen. There was like internalized homophobia. Or definitely that meant that you have transgender things you're trying to figure out and stuff. And so people like saw it as a negative way. And I was really kind of always thrown by that. And I'm like, well, how can I take all this that I like and just put it out there and hopefully attract who will like it? And through that, it's kind of funny. It really has, not funny, but ironic funny, really like made me love myself more and express my queerness in a way that I didn't always get to do on stage. Because you wait for a role or, be great to play some gay role that really covers it all. Or, back then, I say back then because it is 14 years now, we weren't even casting gay people to play gay roles as much as now. We were just kind of starting it and stuff. So I hit it at the right time, for me. I had dabbled in it. I had definitely done some shows where I did drag in it, actually, a play and a musical. And I always was like, ooh, every time. But then I'd be like, no. And I'd push away from it. But drag kept like finding me. I'm like, no, I'd be like slamming the door and there'd be like a person and I'm like, go away. It kept trying to come back for me. And finally it got me. I say I'm an entertainer that does a drag character or drag personality. I think drag just means something different to everybody. So, and I think a lot of people have opinions about it, or a lot of people don't know what it's about. So I always say to people, if you like drag, you should come see me. If you don't like drag, you definitely should come see me.
Tell me about your early act. What did you do in those first couple of years as Paige Turner?
Well, it's so funny. Yeah, I love these questions. Thanks. I've always kind of had the same style. It's today I'm dressed a little like 80s, but I always was like very like, I liked feeling like girly and princessy. So my look was always the same. It was very like, I was very inspired by Julie Brown from the 80s. There were two of them. It's Julie Brown, the Homecoming Queen's Got a Gun, Because I'm a Blonde. And I sing a song from hers in the 80s show. Actually, she was like a muse for me because I just thought she did dumb in such a smart way. So I sang it last night. I haven't sung it in months. Because I'm a Blonde, I sang at a show last night. I love that stupid stuff where you're like, it's stupid, but just go with it. Like we're in on that. So I've always kind of been with that. The sexual and the shopping aspect of me talking about shopping and being like the homecoming queen, that's always been since day one. But I'll tell you what I didn't do so much is I was somehow scared to sing in drag, even though I'm a singer. And now, the whole summer in P-Town, I lip sync still too, but like these live shows that are ticketed, they're all live singing and parodies and some original songs in the show that were written for me. And I don't know why it seems so weird because I'm so fearless. And now it's just like, well, yeah, of course I sing, but it took me a while. And also when I first started, I was like changing all the time, changing wigs and stuff. And I just looked awful. I'm like, why are you changing so much? Like just stay in a look and change outfits if there's a guest star or you're guest starring, but you don't need to like be changing wigs. And that became a really big thing, that hair and hairstyle, and I have different styles of blonde and stuff, but I always tell younger queens, stick with a hairstyle for a while because you have to get to know who you are. If you're like, I have a short black wig and then I'm in blonde and then I'm in red, you're like, I don't know who that is. You have to like brand yourself. And when I first started, I did red hair for just like a year. And I do it for fun every now and then. Like I did it once at Christmas. And I'm Irish, so like the red goes well. But I just decided it wasn't who I was as the character. It was the redhead as the friend that doesn't get laid. It's like Barbie's friend, Midge or whatever.
Yeah, you have to create an identity so people know who you are, and know what to expect. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, we have more to talk with Paige Turner, but we'll be right back.
Hey, this is going great. If this was a book, it'd be a real Paige Turner. Ha ha. You knew I had to say it. Anyway, Russell, what's going on?
Hey, I am enjoying this interview, even though I've seen it before, but I enjoy it every time I see it because Paige is really a wonderful person and very talented. But I do want to take a moment to remind people about the Amber Live shop. If you haven't seen it yet, you should go there now or right after the show. And you can check out these just incredible new t-shirts we've got up there and tote bags and books in the Vintage Confidential collection. We've got hoodies if you want to stay warm this winter. There's a little bit of everything. And there's a ton of other great products as well outside the Vintage Confidential collection. So get on over there. It's on at amberlive.tv. And that also helps us out when you go buy our products and help spread the word about Amber Live. So thank you.
Yeah, be a walking billboard for us. We'd appreciate it.
All right. And now back to Paige Turner and Amber.
All right, we're back with Paige Turner. And Paige, you're coming to Winter Rendezvous for the first time. Are you excited? What do you expect to see at Winter Rendezvous?
I love a first time, Amber. Yeah. And a second time. Gosh, I am excited. Well, I love that I get to perform at so many different places. So that's like one of the great things now in this stage of my drag career. So the last place I did the show was Palm Springs, which is just crazy, opposite ends of the earth. It was outside. It was beautiful. I did Pride there. Pride's in November. And then I stopped to do the Christmas show. So now I'm picking back up with this tour again. And I'm excited. I love, it's going to be at the Town Hall Theater. I love, these theaters, these, lovely little theaters, because it brings me back to my musical theater days. It feels like vaudeville. I call it the fallopian circuit. The Bus and Tuck tour. So I'm very excited to bring the show. It'll be my 53rd performance of Drag Me to the 80s. Oh, and it's I'm a little 80s decked out. It'll be even bigger when you see it as far as hair and everything. I just love celebrating. It's my favorite decade. Well, there's many things about it that aren't great, but I kind of am like, we're the 80s better than, the 2020s, and we're going to answer that in the show. And it's like being trapped in a music video the whole time.
Well, I just love Winter Rendezvous. We've been going there for 15, 12 years as hostesses and event coordinators. And I just want to thank Michael Wilson for bringing talent such as yours to Vermont. I mean, you, Jackie Beat, Miss Richfield, Varla Jean, Dina Martina, and Well Strung, all these acts that we normally don't see in Vermont. We have to go to Montreal or Boston or New York to see, but now we can see acts such as yours in Stowe. So thank thank you very much, Michael Wilson, for bringing acts.
Thanks,
to
Michael.
Really
Thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's a Dixie Longgate's another one that we saw there.
Oh, I love it. You're mentioning all these people I adore. Yeah.
And it's great, and I've got to know
Great.
and interview them, and no, it's really a nice thing. You'll like the theater.
Fun.
It's very intimate, and the guys are ready to laugh, and they're ready for a good time. So
everyone's like, "Oh, you ski?" When I say I'm going, I'm like, "No, I'll be drinking hot chocolate and taking pictures of you skiing."
Oh yeah, no. I rent fake casts for your leg if you want to sit in the lodge and
Ooh.
just pretend.
Oh my gosh, you have one? That's funny.
For
That's
you,
really
I would
funny.
make one. For you, I would.
Oh my
make
God,
one.
I'm sure it's on Amazon somewhere. Yeah.
Yes, it is. So you're doing that show, the '80s show. Is that what you're doing in P-Town this summer?
No, so that's I write a new show every year. It starts in P-Town, and then it tours after P-Town. So I do like 3.5 months in P-Town, and then I start touring with it. And this last place was Palm Springs. I'll stop for the Christmas. So I'll pick it back up with you again. And then we have some bookings, and then more bookings coming with the 80 show. But I have to stop by May 1st because I have to write the new show, which is already all in my head. I've already started. It's filled with costumes right now for the next show. So I'm always planning ahead because I have to do that photo shoot. I want to get the tickets on sale by Valentine's Day for the new show coming next summer. And so that's a lot. So last year I was like still doing the show from the previous year and then writing this show and doing a wedding and doing, a baby shower, can you believe? And like all these things, I was like, oh my God, I cannot do this. And then I had personal good stuff going on, like graduation and then another wedding. I was like, I cannot do this in my head. My brain can't handle this. So I'm definitely like putting a stop to it. So I have really a good 3 weeks just of rehearsal. The show's built, but I can just work on it and really have it in my body because that's the best feeling.
What's your process of developing a new show?
Yeah, you're just asking all of my favorite questions. I vision board it first. So, like when you scrapbook as a kid, maybe, and you pasted things. It's so great nowadays with Pinterest and stuff. So if I get an idea, so you can imagine there's probably like 4 pages for the 80s show. I mean, I seriously could do a 3-hour show if the audience and my voice could handle it, I would. But because there's so much material, for the 80s, there's so many things you have to cut out. I'm like, okay, I won't do this. I'll just focus on that. But I get a lot in. So I start seeing like what songs in my head I want to do. Do I already do a song that 80s? Do I lip sync to a song that now I'm going to sing it live because this is a live show? Can I parody that song? And you start getting that in your head. I do the songs first, which other people would find this to be very hard. Then I tell the story from the songs because the songs for me always tell the story. And I don't like doing a song unless it tells a story. Even if it's just personal for me, it somehow has to move it along. And there's throwaway ones.
That's your theater background.
Yeah.
The music
Yeah.
progresses the plot. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. It's the theater thing. So it has to make sense. So I'm like, oh, this song's really fun, but it doesn't. So I was going to open with a song instead of Footloose, Video Killed the Radio Star, because it was the first song ever on MTV. And I love it, but I'm like, oh, wait, I don't know if this is it is well known enough, but everyone knows Footloose and it's such a upbeat. So now I've taken a mix at the end and it opens the mix and it's a parody of Video Killed the Radio, but it's not the full song. Cause I don't know that we want the full song of Video Killed the Radio Star. It's just repetitive and doesn't go anywhere, but I've just parodied it for just like, 45 seconds of this parody mix I do at the end of the show. So I'm like, there we go. I still got it in, but that changed up until like a week and a half before I changed the opening number. And I knew it. I knew it. This would be better. And it was a payoff. The Footloose song was.
Can you tell us what the theme of your new show is?
I will say that it is the 80s is a very good selling show. Whenever I've done this as a show, I have done it in big scale before with a cast of 10. It is the highest selling show because everyone is into this theme. And it's a big anniversary this year for this theme, without saying what it is. You're gonna figure it out when we click off.
You'll be at the post office again?
And I'll be at the post office. Yeah. And yeah, this theme is actually not my favorite theme, but that's going to be the angle for the story. That I'm not really into this and everyone else is, but maybe towards the end I'm a believer. Does that make sense? That's my story arc.
Very good. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm excited to tell you when it does. Yeah.
Will your husband be joining you here in Vermont?
Oh my God, now people will know I'm not single. Yes, he will. And he doesn't, no, I'm kidding. He doesn't always go to everything because he has a life and he's an actor and works and stuff. But this one, yeah, he's going. He's excited. We're very excited. The inns are so beautiful and the places are, gosh, I mean, I'm really excited to, like, dare I say, a little vacation as well.
Oh, definitely. So tell us more about your husband. You said he's an actor. What does he do? Mark Cody. What does he do?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Matt W. Cody, if you want to look him up. Oh, he's amazing. He just did Clue, the play Clue, and played Professor Plum. And we both this year, within 2 weeks of each other this year, it's 2024. Oh my God. We both booked Law and Order within 2 weeks of each other as a guest star. So he did Law and Order SVU and I did Law and Order, the original one. There's like 3 of them. And yeah, it was funny. He played like the straight Canadian guy who was in New York preying on women. And I played a drag queen who was being accused of murdering this politician who hosts Drag Queen Story Hour.
Oh, how cool.
Isn't that fun?
When will that air?
It did. It's on this previous season. It's re-aired too because the strike. It's re-aired a lot, so that's good for me. It airs all the time. But it's on. You can watch it on Peacock. It's like the 3rd to last episode of last season, so it's the most current season that pops up, and it's called Private Lives.
Okay. Well,
and I'm in and out of drag in the episode.
Oh, I can't. Oh, no. Peacock tonight. I will.
Yeah, it's actually a really good episode. It really touches on, that show's been running for so many years. And let me just say what an amazing experience it was from start to finish professionally, because it's just been doing it for 19 years, that's particular one, the original one. And yeah, they're just so up on the current events. And they were so great on set, like, what do I want to be called? And gender, and I don't want to give too much away about other people in the episode, but just really they were so great. And it's union and stuff they're supposed to be, but I just felt like there was an extra added, like, taking care of me, which was really nice. You don't always get that, so it was like a really positive experience.
Well, that's great to hear. Paige, thank you so much for talking to us. Can't wait to meet you in person in Stowe. We'll have lunch. We'll have
yes. Oh my God.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Can't wait to see you. Thank you.
Thanks, Amber. Happy New Year. I'll see you soon.
Yes.
Wow, that was great. Thank you, Paige. Thank you, Amber. That was fantastic. So, of course, we got one more guy to hear from. I don't know who it could be. Maybe it's Rocco. What's going on? Hey, guys, it's me, Rocco. I'm just going to take a minute to say one thing. This week has been a kick in the ass. And you know why? Because a part of my childhood and your childhood is gone. I'm talking about fruit stripe gum. Fruit stripe gum has always been there for us. I mean, maybe the flavor lasted 4 seconds, but still, the stripy gum, the zebra, I don't know if you guys remember it completely, but I do. And it brings back fond memories. And then I start thinking about all the other candies that I knew when I was a kid, like the Marathon bar. It was just caramel that looked like a pretzel covered in chocolate. It was the Star bar. I don't know what the hell it was, but it was good. I remember that. Choco Light. They even had something called the chicken dinner. I don't know what the hell that was. But there's so many things from, your childhood that when you get older, it disappears because someone's not making money off it. Too friggin' bad. You can suck my nuts. Chocolate-covered nuts, I might add. Those are still here. You can find them anywhere. Anyway, I just wanted to say how sad I was about the loss of the fruit stripe gum. And to celebrate or to commiserate, I'm going to eat a Charleston Chew. This is still here. By the way, I found a website that has the Reggie bar. I just want to point that out. I'm so excited. All right, Rocco, go ahead. All right, good job as always, Rocco. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching tonight. I appreciate it. Russell does, Amber does, everyone involved does. Listen, be sure to watch next week because there's going to be another fantastic show. I guarantee it. All right? And if you don't watch, I'm going to find out where you live. And you better make me dinner. That's all I got to say. So, Boog and Shoog, what's going on?
We're back! Oh, crap. We missed Amber live. Well, that's something I never thought I'd say.
Well, it's a good thing it's on YouTube, so we can watch it at our leisure.
I'm busy that day.
Well, you can watch it anytime.
I said I'm busy.